which that leads us into what are we thankful for today? And today, I'm thankful for the Big Five. Today is the birthday of the Big Five. It was announced this day back in 1954 that the Big Five would form LaSalle, St. Joe's, Villanova, Penn, and Temple as a way to sort of help Penn with the upkeep of the Palestra, as well as showcase Philly basketball. Back in the day, during this time period, Philadelphia was the mecca of college basketball. From 1954 to 1958, Temple and LaSalle were both in the Final Four 2 times each. And the Big Five really, to me, was all about the rivalries, or is all about the rivalries. I caught the tail end of the heyday of the Big Five, but there was always something special about playing when Temple played LaSalle or St. Joe's or Villanova or even Penn for that matter, because Fran Dunphy had them back when I was in college. They were a relative regular in the NCAA tournament and just always a tough out. But then over the course of time, not invention, but when conference play started to become important, and even now to this day, the state of college sports became not as important. A lot of people, right or wrong, blame Rollie Massimino for this. There was some limitations with the amount of games teams could schedule. He said it was hard to fit in all their other non-conference games as well as conference play. They would always play out in Maui in the Maui Invitational. So it was hard for Villanova to really schedule that. And even when they did play, he was like it hurt their tournament chances due to rankings and things like that. But right or wrong, Raleigh and Villanova kind of get the blame for ending the Big Five. But I think it was inevitable anyway because of just the way the landscape sort of changed and the non-conference schedule. You got to play a tough non-conference schedule. And it's back then it was RPI and things like that. But during its heyday, the Big Five was outstanding. One of the great things. And I always loved it. Like I said, there was something about those St. Joe's Temple, St. Joe's Nova, Temple LaSalle, just that really you kind of got a little bit more amped up for the games against the city rivals. Now, for Temple, it was different because they were in the same conference with LaSalle and St. Joe's, so they were conference games as well. But I'm thankful for the Big Five. Last year, we talked about they did the Big Five Classic where they brought Drexel in, so it's technically the Big Six. They played some pod games to help with the scheduling and things like that, culminating with the triple header the weekend of, I think it's December 7th this year, where all 6 teams will play a triple header down at the Wells Fargo Center. Not the same as it was back in its heyday in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, even into the 80s, but there's still something to me. I get a little nostalgic with it. I'm a huge college basketball guy anyway. So today, I'm thankful for the Big Five, even though it's not quite the same as it was, but we have some great memories, and there was nothing like those Big Five games back, even into the 90s when it was Temple LaSalle, Temple St. Joe's, Goongate, St. Joe's Nova, Temple Nova. Lots of fun. We talked about the Temple Nova game at midnight the other night. So today, we're thankful for the Big Five, even though looks a little different today than it did on this day back in 1954 when it was announced that it was going to be formed.